Hey guys, Czar here, checking in with you. Hope all is well. 10:47 a.m. watching price action now here on the Nasdaq. Let me just flip over to the Dow and see if we're seeing something similar over there. Yes, we are. Okay, I'm going to actually focus on the Dow instead. Very, very similar here for me. Just checking a couple of things. Yeah, okay. Watching. Relatively clean traffic. To get a hold of this pretty quickly here, guys. Flipping over to my own platform. I'll tell you what I'm thinking in a moment. Dow. Let's go to the 10-minute chart. 10-minute chart on Dow. Bear with me. Minute chart on Dow and the 1 minute. Might have missed the best piece of this, but we'll see. See how this pans out here a little bit. Looking for a short here, guys. We're down 472 points on the Dow. That's 1.4%. Just going to switch over to the 4-hour chart on a different screen and get a good feel for what's happening there. Okay, yes. Very good. This 10-minute bar candle closes in 56 seconds. Seconds. I'm just working on my own platform here, guys. Interactive Brokers is where I typically trade from. Doing anything yet. I will keep you posted on what I'm thinking. I'd like to see a pullback here on the 1 minute. Just like that. I'd like to see a bit more. New 10-minute candle has begun. Stop sell limit is live now, guys. Right there, live now. And about to get tagged in. For a quick 40 points here on the Dow. Quick 40 points here on the Dow if we break through, of course. If we don't, and still not in yet. My order's a little bit lower on my platform. Interesting. Target is 348. 348. All right, watching closely. So you can see what we're doing here. We've got this rejection wick. We had a break, retest of this support, which has now become resistance potentially. Not for sure yet, but potentially. Rejection wick to push back down again, or to resume the path down. We'll see. If it goes up, we're not in the trade. If it goes down, we'll get tagged in. This market is feeling pretty bearish today, to say the least. Just gathering a little steam here. We have a 10-minute chart on the left-hand side, a 1-minute chart on the right. Sell stop limit below the market, looking to get tagged in to close these wicks, the long one in particular, at support that goes many, many days back, right here. That's a wick too, by the way, on the 10-minute, but it was a key one. Getting ready now to be tagged. It wants to drop. It's just struggling a little bit. Some fresh buying coming in. I mean, I wouldn't say fresh, but there's buying parties here just supporting this particular level. All right, here we go. This is the moment. And I'm in this trade now, guys. Short the Dow, looking for 40 points. Six and a half minutes left in this 10-minute candle. These are the three sisters. The NASDAQ, the S&P, and the Dow. The Dow on the far right is the one that we're in, looking for this move to continue down. S&P and NASDAQ very much in sync. Actually, all three of them are pretty close. The S&P is the weakest right now, breaking below pivots, whereas the NASDAQ has not, and the Dow certainly has not. And unfortunately, this is the one we're short in, we being me. The yellow horizontal line is the New York Open. All three trading significantly below the New York Open. All three trading below the 20 EMA, and the EMA pointing down, down, and down. The flattest EMA on a relative basis is the Dow, unfortunately. You'll see that that's the only candle that was turning white there for a moment, which is bullish, whereas the others were staying blue. We would like this one, or I would like this one to remain blue and go deeply blue, obviously, like that. Just being patient now. First trade of the day, guys. I've been up since 1 a.m. London opens 3 a.m. my time, so I actually had to wait 2 hours for London to open. Sat through all of London, took 0 trades. I was working on a project with another trader that I've been working with lately on Twitter, actually, Twitter DMs, and so I didn't take any live trades here in London. And now, of course, we're in New York. It's 10:56. We are almost 10:56. We're 4 minutes away from 11. Frankfurt closing in 4 minutes, and then London will close in 34 minutes. New York, of course, remains open till 4 p.m. New York time. All right, not loving that. That move right there. But not loving it doesn't make me anxious or anything. It's just, we're just tossing coins, calling heads, and long-term edge in favor of heads, and that's all we're doing. Patiently. When we take a loss, it's a routine expense in the business. All businesses have expenses. The way the market issues expenses in small ways is fees and commissions and spreads. The biggest expense in trading are routine losses, and they must be taken. And those who fail to take losses end up shutting down business, going bankrupt, blowing accounts, you name it. And that's just the way it is. This is a mental game. You You need a basic understanding of price action, most certainly. It helps to have a little bit of an understanding of fundamentals and the macro picture as well. But at the end of the day, once you have those things, and anybody with average intelligence can have those things, this is entirely a mental game. And I don't bother debating anybody on that anymore. And I'm in my 4th decade as a trader now. Worked with thousands of traders over the years and investors, high net worth investors and their families. And I can assure you that this is a mental game. And I just don't bother even arguing with anybody on that. And yes, of course, you do need to understand some price action, obviously, and have a system, have a method, a model that has a long-term or an intermediate to long-term edge, a positive expectancy system. Without that, it's like coming to a tennis game without a tennis racket and ball, and then arguing, well, it's important to have a tennis racket and a ball. Well, of course, everybody knows that. It's not worth even talking about. And coming to trading without a model or a system it's just idiotic. I don't know how to put it more gently than that. It's just idiotic. And then to argue that you need to have an understanding of price action, that that's the real game, is just, it's really just a waste of time to be involved in a conversation like that, because it's a given. It's like arguing that a salad needs lettuce. Of course, it's not a salad without lettuce. You're not a trader without a model and a system. But once you have that does not make you profitable. It means you have a profitable system or a model at your disposal. But the mental game is what either empowers you or prevents you from profiting from that positive expectancy system. End of story. Watching now, guys, being very patient here. Frankfurt closes in 35 seconds. That's the actual German stock market. And then 30 minutes later, 30 minutes from now, will be the London close. And then all of Europe is closed essentially. And it's just the North American markets are open, and some global players in there, a few, of course. But then we go into what I call the twilight zone. It's lunchtime for a couple of hours in New York time. And things can get pretty dry, rangy, messy. Sometimes big moves can happen and big trending moves. Sometimes just by gravity, this market can move. And but it's usually a pretty messy time to trade. And I know many traders who try to trade during the twilight zone end up wishing that they didn't. They try to manufacture trades, and it gets awfully expensive. Trouble is, some twilight zones will offer you a tremendous trade every now and then, and that's what keeps you coming back. And for every one day that there's an amazing move and you get a great trade, you'll have 5 that just chop around and range and whip you in and whip you out and just chop you to death if you're a scalper or a day trader. And those terms these days are used interchangeably if you're going for small moves, smallish moves. Being patient here, guys. This thing does not want to drop right now, as you can see. Bring you back to the Three Sisters. You'll see that the Nasdaq's actually looking pretty strong now on the far left-hand side. Broken and closed above the 20 EMA. The others want to do the same. I am short the Dow in 37 seconds. If these close above, or if this closes above the 20 EMA, I'm not going to be as happy about this as bullish on the trade, but bearish on the move, because I'm short, of course. We'll see. Of course, this is the 1 minute chart here as well on the right-hand side, so we can watch it from here. Guys, I'm going to put you on pause for a moment here so you don't have to sit through this grind, and I'll bring you back as this thing unfolds. Pause now. guys, we're back. Seeing a bit of a drop here. Just got a gap move down here on the 1 minute chart. We'll see if we can close this thing down. Wouldn't that be nice? First and only trade of the day. Been very patient. And truth is somewhat busy on another project, so I avoided some of the earlier mess. Alright, getting a little whippy and wishy-washy in here. Alright guys, I'm going to take my 1R stop and I'm going to move it to 0.5R. We're at 0.5R now. Half of 1R risk for a 40-point potential gain here. 0.5R risk. It's dynamic trade management. All right. Patience, guys. Patience. Just waiting for it to play out. Things have gotten kind of sluggish and dry now. Can you see what I can see? I'll put you back on pause, guys, and bring you back, okay? It's 18 minutes. We're 19 minutes in this video already, and I apologize for it taking so long, but I don't have much of a choice. Pause now. Back. A couple of minutes have passed, and this thing's trying to drive down here a little bit. Let's see if we can finish this thing off, shall we? Come on, Dow, you can do it. Here we go. Here we go. A little bit more. Just need that extra push, don't we? Patience. amateur would just take profits now. We're not going to do that. Stop the break even now. Stop the break even. Can't lose. Just emotionally. Less than 1 point away. Wow. Sometimes you just feel like yelling out, "You cannot be serious." I know you've done it. I know you've done it for sure. All of us traders, especially short-term traders, have done that. You cannot be serious. 348, 340, literally 1 point, 1 Dow point away. This is a 33,000 point index. 1 point, guys. If this thing comes back and takes me out break even, there will be frustration because I'm human, but I will shrug it off and move on to the next trade or the next day, whatever the case may be. But here we go. Looking for a push down now. One more push. There's a doji candle. We just want to tap that blue line you see down there with one sweep. One sweep. One trade. One and done. What would you do right now? Chase it up there and grab it? Because that profit's on the table. Don't get me wrong, I'm tempted to do that too. In the long run though, that does not pay. You can save face for today. You can save face in this trade. You can feel like a winner because you won the trade. Whereas giving back and leaving on break even does not feel that way. And of course our mental game, done. Our mental game, our subconscious mind is all about making sure that we are preserved in our ego in the moment and in the day. We were able to stay disciplined, guys, patient, and nail that 40-point win. Thanks for being with me. We will see you on the next one. Appreciate your support, guys. Like the video, click the notification bell, all that stuff that I never say and it feels unnatural to me, but you know what to do. I do thank you and appreciate you. Have an amazing night. Take care. Bye-bye.